Hey yo everyone, I want to thank you all for the kind words and the well wishes for my family. It means more to me than any of this video game stuff, and for real, whenever I'm feeling a little defeated, you guys and gals always pick me up. Now I know a lot of people are here just looking for the deals and I get it, but for some of you, I know you look forward to hearing from me, and so thanks for the friendship. Alright, enough with the mushy stuff. I know we're here for the holiday deals, and so let's do that. For today, we're looking at games under $5, and all of the deals run through at least the end of the year. Thank you all for hanging out and making the year awesome. Now, let's dive in. Splasher is a 2D platformer that has a unique arcade feel to it, and the cartoon art style looks incredible here on the console. We take control of a lone hero armed with our paint cannon as we take on an evil corporation and their leader. Now, the paint cannon allows you to use different color paints to access new areas or move through the levels. You can stick to walls or other surfaces, or even sling yourself around, and you can use some paints to mess with your enemies or solve puzzles. You have more than 20 different levels to get through, and the game can be challenging at times. It will test your reflexes on occasion, but if you're looking for a good deal, right now you can pick it up on sale at a new low, marked down to just $2.24. The deal ends on the 4th. Pillars of Dust is a retro-inspired RPG that follows two main characters, both on their own journey, and the game does allow you to choose how to play through in whatever order you would prefer. Now, this helps to make each new game a bit different from the previous one, and the game features turn-based combat with a bit of a twist added in. On top of that, they do encourage exploration with a bunch of secret items that you can find scattered everywhere. Now, on average, I would say the game should take about 4 to 6 hours to work through, depending of course on how much time you spend exploring. If you're a fan of the genre, you can pick up Pillars of Dust at a new low, marked down to just $2.37, and the deal ends on the 3rd. Severed Steel is a wild first-person shooter that emphasizes fast, acrobatic gameplay, allowing you to run on walls, flip over or slide around your enemies, and it features destructible environments, which adds in another level of strategy to the combat. Now, I like that you rely on weapons that you find, and the game forces you to swap them out, as there's no reloading, so you're at the mercy of whatever you can pick up from defeated enemies. They do offer difficulty options and game modifiers, and that makes the game more approachable, plus the devs have patched out major issues and added in gyro controls and rumble support since the game launched, showing that they do care about the feedback, which I can give them credit for. Now, each run should take a few hours to get through, but the replay value is pretty high with this one. If you're a fan of the genre, make sure to grab it up before the deal ends on the 7th. It's marked down to just $2.49, again, a new low. Brotato is a top-down arena shooter that plays a lot like Vampire Survivors in that you control your little potato dude, and all you have to do is move around avoiding enemies while collecting any goodies that you can find laying on the ground. Now, you can pick up a total of 6 weapons and they automatically attack for you, so again, you just focus on staying alive. The goal is to survive through waves of enemies, and every so often you'll level up, allowing you to pick between a few different upgrades or special weapons. Now, these upgrades can stack, and so finding the ones that you like the most will take a little time, but it's well worth it. The game does have a bunch of modifiers that you can change, things like game length or enemy health and damage, which allows you to fine-tune the game to your liking. Obviously, the replay value is crazy with these games, and so the value is definitely there. And right now it's on sale at a brand new low, marked down to just $3.49. The deal ends on the 6th. Chasm is a great Metroidvania here on the console. We play as a new recruit to the Gildian Empire, and we have a chip on our shoulder and a need to impress. This means, of course, that we offer to explore the strange things that are going on in the mines below the kingdom. Now, the game features a huge interconnected map and a fun combat system. Learning enemy patterns is vital at times, especially for the more challenging boss fights. With that said though, the game runs great here on the Switch and the controls are nearly perfect, meaning that you won't be dying as a result of fighting the controller along with the monsters on screen. To me, this is one of the better games in the genre, and you can expect about 10 hours from the pickup. Right now it's on sale for just $3.99, a new low, and the deal ends on the 1st. Last Night of Winter is an action-adventure game that offers about 6 to 8 hours of gameplay where we're trapped in an ancient stronghold during the final day of a great battle. We play as a resurrected warden as we navigate through the dungeons and make our way up the tower in an attempt to end our curse. The map is pretty big and progression is non-linear and does encourage some exploration and backtracking at times. Now, combat is where the difficulty really kicks up. Even on the easiest of the 3 options, the game is just a tough one. As for the combat though, you do have ranged and melee weapons, and you'll find upgrades and all as you explore. Now, I picked this one up when it came out, and I told people to wait on a deep sale, and well, here we are. It's marked down to half price at just $4.99. The deal ends on the 11th, and the download is just over 300 megabytes. Pigship and the Giant Wolf is a retro-inspired 2D shoot-'em-up that offers 6 different levels to blast your way through, each culminating in a boss battle at the end. Now, we play as a piglet searching for his missing brothers. They've been kidnapped by the wolf and his army. The unique look won't be for everyone, and it's not a very difficult game by default, but it is great for those that are new to the genre or for younger players out there. Now, the bosses can pose a bit of a challenge though occasionally, and if you do want to test your skills, there is a more difficult bones mode, which takes out checkpoints and the enemies are much tougher, things like that. Right now you can pick it up for just $1.99, a brand new low, and the deal ends on the 31st. The download is around 100 megabytes. Marsupilami Hoobadventure is a 2D platformer that offers more than 30 fun levels, and the game feels a lot like playing Donkey Kong Country, only a more beginner-friendly version. You have wall jumps and ground pounds along with the standard moves that you would expect to find, and they do give you 3 different playable characters. You also have time trials and collectibles for added replay value. Right now the game is on sale at a brand new low, marked all the way down to just $1.99. The deal ends on the 3rd, and the download is around 2.7 gigs. Project Warlock is a retro-inspired first-person shooter that pays homage to games like Doom and Wolfenstein 3D. The combat blends traditional firepower with magic spells, and you have about 60 different levels that you can work your way through. You'll go from medieval castles to Egyptian deserts, and they do have some light RPG mechanics added in as well. Now, this game is incredibly challenging. There are no checkpoints, but the game will save your progress upon completing a level, so that is nice. Right now you can pick it up at an all-time low, just $2.99. The deal ends on the 28th, and you'll need a little under 3 gigs for the download. Spelunky is a 2D platformer that has us playing as an adventurer as we explore randomly generated caves full of deadly traps and dangerous enemies. Now, this is another incredibly tough game. You have resource management to deal with and the dreaded permadeath as well. With that said though, the game runs great here on the console, and it is a really good game overall. It's just a tough one. You could easily spend more than 50 hours with this one, so it is a great value, and right now you can pick it up on sale for just $3.99. The deal ends on the 6th, and the download is around 275 megabytes. Indivisible is an action RPG that blends traditional platforming with real-time combat mechanics. The story follows a young woman on a quest to unlock her true powers, and along the way you will build up a party, and each character has their own unique abilities and playstyle, plus the combat does require a bit of strategy at times. Now, I love the look of the game. It runs great here on the console. It does get a bit repetitive by the end, but you are getting nearly 20 hours from the pickup, so I guess that's alright. If you're interested in this one, it's on sale for just $4.49. Again, a new low. The deal ends on the 6th, and the download is just under 6 gigs. OKAMI HD is a 3D action-adventure game where we play as a Japanese sun goddess as we work to bring color back to the world around us. The gameplay is a blend of exploration, combat, and puzzle solving, and the unique feature is the Celestial Brush, which will allow you to interact with the world around you by drawing symbols. You can create wind or repair bridges, things like that. Now, in handheld mode, you can actually use the touchscreen to draw too, which is pretty cool, or you can use the Joy-Con with motion controls as well. The remaster upgraded the graphics and the audio, the controls, gameplay, pretty much everything. This is just a great way to play, and you should get more than 30 hours from the pickup. Right now it's on sale for just $4.99, a brand new low, finally hitting under $5 for the first time. The deal ends on the 1st and the download is nearly 10 gigs, so you want to keep that in mind. Alright everyone, and as always, here are some other deals to check out while you're already on the eShop. Alright everyone, that wraps up another video. Thank you as always for hanging out. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like and do all the YouTube stuff, sharing, subscribing, blah blah blah. And I'll see you on the next one.